You still feel young on the inside, but what if the mirror doesn't see you that way anymore? Have you ever caught your reflection and quietly asked yourself, where did she go, the woman I used to see? If you're a woman over 65, living anywhere from a cozy home in Vermont to a sunny porch in Arizona, you're not alone. Many of us wake up each day with energy in our hearts. We still feel vibrant, hopeful, full of life. But sometimes the mirror tells a different story. Lines, dryness, hair that no longer bounces like it used to, and makeup that just doesn't sit the same anymore. It can feel like the world sees our age before it sees us. But here's the truth. Beauty doesn't fade. It transforms, it softens, it deepens, it reflects grace, wisdom, and quiet confidence. And today, we're walking through 8 gentle, science-backed beauty habits that are helping women across America feel radiant again. Not younger, but more themselves. These aren't expensive tricks. They're not overnight fixes. They're real, honest, caring practices that help you reconnect with what you've always carried. And here's something special. No matter where you live, there is one kind of beauty that needs no makeup, no mirror, and no money. At the end of this video, we'll reveal what that is, and it might just change how you see yourself forever. 1. Drinking enough water, the simple secret to glowing skin. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, my skin just doesn't look the same anymore? Maybe it feels thinner, drier, or more wrinkled than you remember. And it's easy to assume this is just part of getting older. But for many people, the real reason behind dull or tired-looking skin isn't aging. It's something much simpler, not drinking enough water. As we get older, our bodies naturally hold less water. The skin barrier, which helps lock in moisture, becomes weaker. Our oil glands slow down too. That means water escapes from the skin more easily, making it dry, rough, and more prone to wrinkles. And because our thirst signals also become weaker with age, we may not even realize we're not drinking enough. But the good news is this: you don't need fancy creams to help your skin feel better. You just need to give your body what it's quietly asking for: water. Drinking enough water each day can help your skin feel softer, look brighter, and even improve the way your skincare products work. When your body is well hydrated, blood flows better to your skin cells, bringing oxygen and nutrients that keep them healthy. Moisturizers and serums absorb more effectively too, because your skin isn't trying to hold on to the last drop of moisture. It already has what it needs. Now let's be clear, drinking water doesn't have to mean chugging plain water all day long. There are many simple, enjoyable ways to keep your body hydrated. You can sip herbal teas like chamomile or rooibos. Drink coconut water. It's naturally rich in minerals that help the body stay hydrated longer. You can even eat your water through fruits and vegetables that are high in water content, like oranges, watermelon, and cucumber. And if plain water feels boring, try adding a slice of lemon or a sprig of mint. It turns hydration into a treat. Take it from Mrs. Barbara, a 70-year-old woman from Florida. She shared that she used to struggle with dry, itchy skin that no cream seemed to help. Then she started drinking a simple green smoothie each morning: spinach, cucumber, coconut water, and lemon. Within weeks, her skin began to feel soft again. I thought I needed more products, she said, but really, I just needed more water. So how much should you drink? Some experts recommend 6 to 8 cups a day, while others suggest adjusting based on your body weight. But in the end, the most important thing is listening to your body and giving it water at the right times. The best times to drink water are often right after waking up in the morning, because your body gets dehydrated during sleep, right after using the bathroom to replace lost fluids, and anytime you feel even a little thirsty. Don't wait until you're parched. At our age, thirst isn't always loud, but that doesn't mean it's not there. And here's something simple that can make a big difference: the temperature of your water. While ice water may feel refreshing, especially on a hot day, it's actually not the best choice for your body, especially your digestive system. Cold water can slow down digestion and even shock your stomach. Warm or room temperature water is much gentler, supports circulation, and is especially good first thing in the morning when your system is just waking up. Of course, knowing all this is helpful, but if you don't turn it into a habit, it won't change your skin. So if you often forget to drink water, try this. Place a water bottle somewhere you'll see it often: on your kitchen counter, next to your favorite chair, or near your phone or TV remote. Out of sight, out of mind. But in sight, it becomes a gentle nudge to take care of yourself. Your skin doesn't need magic. It needs attention. And sometimes, the most beautiful glow begins with something as simple and powerful as a glass of water. When you drink enough water, warm, steady, and throughout the day, your skin doesn't have to struggle. It simply glows. 2. The sleep trick that softens wrinkles and calms the mind. We often hear that sleep is important, but as we get older, sleep doesn't always come easily. Many people over 60 wake up several times during the night. Others lie in bed for hours, their minds racing, their bodies restless. And what many don't realize is that poor sleep doesn't just leave you tired, it shows up on your face. When you sleep well, your body produces more collagen, the protein that keeps skin firm, smooth, and elastic. But when you don't, your skin becomes dry, dull, and more likely to form wrinkles. Your eyes puff up, your face sags slightly. Over time, the lack of deep rest begins to write itself onto your skin. You don't just look tired, you look older. But sleep isn't only about beauty. It is your body's repair mode. During deep sleep, your immune system resets, your muscles and joints repair themselves, and your brain clears out waste proteins that build up during the day. Even your heart and liver get to slow down and recover. It's like sending your body into a quiet, gentle, healing session each night. No cost, no equipment, just nature doing its job. A good night's sleep is one of the most powerful things you can give yourself, not just for your appearance, but for your memory, your emotions, your energy, and your ability to feel joy the next morning. So what's the trick? It's not just about going to bed earlier. The real trick is to create a simple routine that tells your body it's time to let go. One of the easiest and most powerful ways to do that is something called a pre-sleep wind down. It takes just 15 to 20 minutes. No special tools required. No pills. Just intention. You start by dimming the lights in your home. Bright lights confuse your brain and tell it to stay alert. Soft lighting helps signal that night has come. Then, turn off screens, TVs, phones, tablets. Even 10 minutes of scrolling can wake up your mind again. Instead, sit quietly, breathe deeply, listen to gentle music, or read something calming, a book of poetry, a few pages from your favorite story, or even a handwritten letter from someone you love. Some people sip a small cup of warm herbal tea, like chamomile or lemon balm. Others use a few drops of lavender oil on their pillow. What matters isn't the exact thing, it's that your body starts to recognize this moment as the signal. You're safe now, you can rest. Take Mr. Howard, age 74. For years, he struggled with sleep. I used to watch TV until I passed out on the couch, he said, but I'd wake up 2 hours later feeling worse. Then he tried a simple routine, lights low, a warm drink, and a few minutes of journaling before bed. Now, he says, I sleep deeper, and my wife says I look younger too. There's clear science behind this. When your body begins to slow down, your brain produces more melatonin, the natural hormone that helps you sleep deeply. At the same time, your stress hormone, cortisol, drops, your blood pressure lowers, and your breathing slows. It's your body's way of saying, you've done enough today, let me take it from here. You don't need to be perfect. Some nights will be better than others, but if you gently give yourself this kind of space before sleep, even just a few minutes, you'll start to feel the difference, not just in how you sleep, but in how you look, think, and feel. And above all, listen to your body. If you feel tired, don't push through it. Don't force yourself to stay awake just to finish one more task or one more episode. Give yourself permission to rest when your body asks for it. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. So tonight, instead of scrolling through your phone or falling asleep in front of the TV, try this little sleep trick. Not because you have to, but because you deserve to rest deeply and wake up with calm in your heart and softness on your skin. And when you wake up tomorrow, refreshed and a little more radiant, you might wonder, what if food could do for my skin what sleep just did for my mind? In the next part of this journey, we'll explore a forgotten food, one that doesn't just nourish your body, it brings back energy, improves skin tone, and might already be sitting in your kitchen. Stay with us. Your glow is only just beginning. 3. The forgotten food that brightens skin and boosts energy. After a good night's rest, your body feels lighter. your mind is clearer. But now, as the day begins, it needs something else. Something that feeds your cells, wakes up your skin, and keeps your energy steady. Not a quick fix, not caffeine or sugar, but real nourishment. And the answer might already be sitting quietly in your kitchen, waiting to be remembered. This forgotten food isn't exotic, it's not expensive, and no, it's not part of the latest health trend. It's something our grandparents ate often, something simple, something whole. It's the egg. Yes, eggs. The humble, everyday egg is one of the most powerful foods you can give your body, especially after age 60. Each egg is a compact package of life-giving nutrients. It contains essential amino acids, which help your body rebuild and repair tissue, including skin, muscle, and even hair. It's rich in choline, a nutrient that supports brain function, helps regulate mood, and protects memory. Eggs also provide vitamin D, which supports immune health, strong bones, and skin renewal. And thanks to the healthy fats in the yolk, your body can better absorb vitamins A and E, two nutrients deeply tied to skin health and cell repair. In a world overflowing with protein powders and superfood hype, we often forget that real, whole food still works best, especially food that's easy to digest, quick to prepare, and deeply satisfying. Take Miss Ruth, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Michigan. She said, "For years I skipped breakfast or just had toast and coffee. I thought I didn't need much. But by mid-morning, I was drained. My skin looked pale, my thinking was fuzzy, and I felt low." Then a neighbor casually mentioned how her grandma used to start each day with eggs and greens. I decided to give it a try. Scrambled eggs with spinach or soft-boiled with avocado. It didn't take long, just a few minutes each morning. But within a week, I noticed more energy, clearer thinking, and a glow I hadn't seen in a while. There's science to back that up. Starting your day with high-quality protein and healthy fat helps keep your blood sugar stable, supports muscle maintenance, and gives your skin the building blocks it needs to regenerate. Especially as we age, when our bodies absorb nutrients less efficiently, every bite needs to count. But beyond the nutrients, eating a real, nourishing breakfast sends a powerful message to yourself. I'm worth caring for. I don't rush through life. I feed it with intention. You don't have to eat eggs every day, but if you do, here are a few easy, feel-good ways to enjoy them. Soft-boiled with a pinch of salt and a slice of whole-grain toast. Simple, gentle, and comforting. Scrambled with a handful of spinach or mushrooms. A 5-minute breakfast that feels like care. Omelet with chopped tomato, herbs, and a bit of cheese. Filling, flavorful, and full of color. Hard-boiled the night before, sliced over avocado toast or tossed into a salad. Perfect for those slow, thoughtful mornings. Poached with warm oatmeal on the side. A beautiful balance of protein and fiber. These meals don't just feed your body, they center your day. They remind you that food can be healing, joyful, and deeply personal. So tomorrow morning, before the world pulls you in 100 directions, pause. Make yourself something that gives, not just something quick. Whatever it is, let it be your quiet way of saying, "This day belongs to me too." And speaking of energy, what if the way you move your body could protect your skin, your bones, and your heart, all at once? In the next part of this journey, we'll explore how gentle movement, just a few minutes a day, can lift your mood, improve posture, and smooth your skin from the inside out. If this message speaks to you, consider subscribing to the channel. Not because we chase numbers, but because you deserve to keep walking this journey, one nourishing, beautiful step at a time. Let's keep growing, together. 4. The simple movement that rebuilds your body after 60. You've nourished your skin with water. You've softened your face with sleep. You've fueled your body with real food. Now, it's time to move. Not to burn calories, not to chase a number on a scale, but to reconnect with your strength, to remind your body it still belongs to you. Because after 60, movement isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. You don't need to run. You don't need to sweat buckets. You don't need the gym. What you need is consistency, gentleness, and a little courage to begin again. Here's what most people don't know. The body isn't breaking down because of age alone. It breaks down because of inactivity. Muscles shrink, joints stiffen, balance fades. But the good news is, your body is more adaptable than you think, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Let's talk about a kind of movement that heals instead of hurts. That restores instead of exhausts. Simple daily motions, just 10 to 15 minutes a day, can help you rebuild strength, improve circulation, protect your joints, and even lift your mood. Take Mrs. Ellen, 72, from California. She spent years avoiding exercise because of hip pain. "I thought rest was better," she said, "but the more I rested, the weaker I became. I had trouble getting up from the couch." Then she started with just 5 minutes a day. Arm circles, neck rolls, a few stretches against the wall. Over time, 5 became 10. Her balance improved, her posture straightened, and most of all, she felt confident in her body again. There's science to this. Gentle movement stimulates lymph flow, helping your body clear toxins. It increases oxygen delivery to your skin and muscles, giving you that natural glow from within. It lowers cortisol levels, reducing inflammation and slowing skin aging. It boosts endorphins, your body's feel-good chemicals, which help reduce pain and lift your spirits. And here's something many doctors quietly know, but few say out loud. When you move, you increase circulation. And when your blood flows freely, your body can detect and repair areas that are inflamed or injured. Think of movement as turning on the body's internal repair system, like sending a message to your immune cells. Go there, heal that. You don't need fancy routines, just simple, loving movement like neck and shoulder rolls to ease tension, seated leg lifts while watching TV, wall push-ups to gently rebuild upper body strength, slow walking around the house or garden, barefoot if safe, to improve balance. Stretching your arms up and breathing deeply, 2 minutes of presence every morning. These are not exercises, these are invitations. Not to fight your body, but to come home to it. Because when you move with care, something shifts. Your blood flows, your posture rises, your chest opens, and your mind begins to feel alive again. And if there's stiffness, don't force. If there's tiredness, rest. But never stop inviting movement back into your life. Your body has served you for decades. It doesn't need punishment. It needs partnership. So tomorrow, before you pick up your phone, pick up your arms, roll your shoulders, stand tall, and remind yourself, I may be aging, but I'm still here, still strong, still capable. And what if the way you touch your skin from the outside, not just how you move or eat, could signal your body to renew, repair, and glow? In the next part of this journey, we'll explore the forgotten power of self-touch and facial massage, and how your own hands might hold the secret to natural radiance. If this message has stirred something in you, don't forget to subscribe. Not just to follow, but to remember, your body is not done. It's waking up. Let's keep moving, together. 5. The healing power of touch. How gentle massage reawakens skin and soul. What if the most powerful beauty treatment isn't found in a bottle, but in your own hands? Not long ago, touch was a daily part of life. A warm hand on the shoulder, a gentle hug, a mother massaging oil into her child's skin before bed. But as we age, and as the world grows busier, we forget the quiet power of gentle, loving touch, especially when it comes from ourselves. And yet science is clear. Our skin never outgrows the need to be touched. In fact, the older we get, the more healing touch becomes. It's not just emotional, it's biological. Gentle massage improves blood circulation, helping oxygen and nutrients reach the cells that repair and rebuild skin. It stimulates the lymphatic system, which helps flush out toxins and reduce puffiness. It also encourages collagen production, which helps skin stay firm, plump, and youthful. And perhaps most importantly, it calms the nervous system. But here's something even more powerful. Your body is a connected system. Your skin, brain, liver, heart, lungs, and even your gut, each is part of a web of communication that happens not just between organs, but all the way down to the tiniest cell. When you gently touch your skin, you're not just affecting the surface, you're sending signals that activate deeper healing. Touch triggers your nervous system, which then tells your brain, we're safe. That message spreads to your heart rate, your breath, your digestion. And when your cells feel safe, they begin to shift out of survival mode and into repair. It's as if you're giving your entire body a moment of permission. Now is the time to rest, rebuild, and restore. Ms. Teresa, 67, discovered this by accident. I used to rush through applying my face cream, just going through the motions, she said. But one day I slowed down. I took 5 minutes, looked at myself in the mirror, and massaged my cheeks gently while breathing deeply. It wasn't just skincare anymore. It was self-care. I almost cried. I realized I hadn't touched my own face with love in years. And maybe that's the deeper truth. When we touch our own skin with kindness, we begin to see ourselves differently, not as someone aging, but as someone still alive, still sacred, still worthy of care. So how do you begin? You don't need perfection. You don't need fancy tools, just presence. Here are a few simple ways to bring touch back into your daily rhythm. Use all 10 fingertips to gently comb through your scalp, especially before bed. It calms the mind and improves blood flow to the head. Rub your palms together to create warmth, then press lightly over your cheeks, neck, or chest. Massage the soles of your feet or the center of your palms in circular motions. These areas connect to many nerve endings and organs. Cup your face gently with both hands. Take a slow breath and simply be there with yourself. And of course, facial massage with cream or oil, using circular motions along the cheekbones, jawline, temples, and forehead. Each of these is a quiet way to say, I'm listening to you, body. I haven't forgotten you. And the miracle? When your hands activate even one part of you with intention, your whole system responds. From the surface of your skin to the deepest cells in your gut, liver, lungs, everything receives the message. Every touch is like turning on a light switch in the body. Wake up, heal, you're safe now. These small rituals aren't just about beauty, they are about presence, about returning home to yourself gently every single day. And what if these little rituals, water, sleep, food, movement, and now touch, are preparing you for something even deeper? In the next part of our journey, we'll talk about stillness and how mindful breathing and inner quiet can restore more than your skin. It can restore meaning. If this message feels healing to you, maybe it will mean something to someone else too. You don't need to share it with the world, but if there's one friend you care about, someone who might need this kind of softness, feel free to pass it along, because when we share wisdom gently, it multiplies. 6. The stillness that restores meaning. We've moved, we've nourished, we've touched, and now we pause. Not because we're done, but because some things can only be felt in stillness. We live in a world that celebrates noise, doing more, rushing faster, filling every space with sound and screen and speed. But your body, your soul, wasn't made to run endlessly. It was made to breathe, to feel, to listen. And when we give ourselves even a few quiet minutes each day, something shifts. We remember who we are, not our tasks, not our roles, but the deep, quiet presence beneath all of that. Stillness isn't laziness. It's not doing nothing. It's the sacred act of stopping, so your body, mind, and spirit can realign. Just like your heart needs rhythm, your life needs pause. And there's science here too. When you sit quietly and breathe slowly, your body moves into parasympathetic mode, the rest and repair system. Your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, your digestion improves, and your immune system activates more efficiently. Even your brain waves change, shifting from busy beta into calm alpha and theta states. These states are linked with creativity, memory, and emotional healing. In other words, silence heals, stillness rewires, and breath restores. You don't need a meditation room, or an app, or incense. You just need a quiet moment with yourself. Try this. Sit somewhere calm, feet flat, back tall, close your eyes gently. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 to 8 seconds. Repeat for just 5 breaths. That's all. Your mind may wander. That's okay. Come back. Again and again and again. And while you sit there, try something most of us never do. Observe your own mind. Watch the thoughts that come and go. Watch the emotions rising, falling. Watch how your body reacts, tight shoulders, fidgeting fingers, the subtle ache in your chest. And instead of fixing or judging, just be with it, like you'd sit beside a dear friend who's been holding in too much for too long. With each breath, offer a whisper, not to anyone else, but to your own body, your own being. I see you. I'm here with you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. You're loved. You're not alone. These words, even if unspoken, carry weight. They open a door, not to performance, but to peace. Mrs. Clara 76 told us, I started with 2 minutes of silence after lunch. No phone, no TV, just breathing. At first it felt strange, like I was wasting time, but now those 2 minutes are the best part of my day. I feel like I come back to myself. Because here's the truth no one tells us. As we age, we don't just lose youth, we often lose ourselves in the noise. But stillness brings us home. So tomorrow, Give yourself one pocket of silence, no explanation, no goal. Just a few minutes to be with you, to observe, to breathe, to whisper gently, "Thank you, body. I know you're doing your best. I love you. I'm here." And if you're wondering, what comes after stillness? Sometimes the most profound next step is not action, but expression. In the next part of our journey, we'll explore the power of expression through writing, speaking, and creating, and how your voice, no matter your age, still holds the ability to shape and shine. If this moment of stillness gave you peace, maybe it could be a small gift to someone else too. You don't need to explain, just send it with a quiet message. This reminded me of you. 7. The voice that still matters, expressing your truth after 60. You've been still, you've listened. Now, what if it's time to speak? Not to shout, not to argue, but to express your truth, your story, your inner world. Because after 60, many people fall into silence, not because they have nothing left to say, but because they think no one is listening. But let me tell you this, your voice still matters. Your words carry weight, not because of volume, but because of experience, depth, and heart. There is power in giving language to what lives inside you, to name what hurts, to name what heals, to name who you are today. Science shows that self-expression improves mental clarity, lowers stress levels, and even supports immune function. Writing down your thoughts, even for just 5 minutes a day, helps organize emotions, release tension, and deepen self-awareness. Speaking them aloud, whether to a loved one, a friend, or even into a voice recorder, helps your brain process experience more completely. What you name, you reclaim. An expression doesn't always mean standing on a stage. Sometimes it's whispering a truth to yourself. Sometimes it's writing a letter you may never send. Sometimes it's telling a memory to your grandchild, not for the past, but for the connection. Mr. Daniel, 71, told us, "For years I kept quiet. I thought my opinions didn't matter anymore. But then I started keeping a small journal. I wrote about my childhood, my regrets, my wins, my questions. I didn't realize how much I'd been holding in. And the strange thing, my back pain eased. I could breathe better. It's like my body had been waiting for me to speak." Because here's what we often forget. When we silence our voice, we also suppress our vitality. But when we express gently, honestly, imperfectly, we give our body permission to open again. So how can you begin? Try one of these today. Write a letter to your younger self. Start with, "Dear me, I want you to know." Record a voice note to a friend or to your future self. Even 1 minute. Speak one truth out loud in front of a mirror, just for you. Tell a story you've never told before, to someone who matters. Or simply sit down and write, "Today, I feel," and let it flow. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry if it sounds important. If it's yours, it's already sacred. And no, your voice doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be real. And here's something even more important. When you express your truth, not just for healing, but for offering, you begin to create something lasting. Your voice can become a legacy. That story you tell on video, that notebook of wisdom you leave behind, that letter to your children, that one sentence you spoke that changed someone's life. All of it matters. Maybe you'll write a book. Maybe you'll record stories. Maybe you'll build a foundation, plant a tree, or teach a child something they'll carry forever. Whatever form it takes, you're no longer just speaking for today, you're speaking into the future, leaving behind a trail of love, wisdom, and presence that others can follow. So tomorrow, speak something, anything, into the world. A whisper, a poem, a memory, a feeling. Because someone, maybe even just you, needs to hear it. And if you've been quiet for too long, remember, you haven't lost your voice. It's just been waiting for a safe place to rise again. And what happens when you give your truth a voice? You stop performing and start belonging to yourself, and maybe to generations yet to come. In the next part of our journey, we'll explore something even more intimate, connection. How the relationships we choose and the boundaries we set can either nourish or deplete our glow. If this message helped you reconnect with your voice, maybe there's someone else who needs that reminder too. You don't need to explain, just send it with a quiet note. "This reminded me of you." Who knows, that one act of sharing might become a part of your legacy too. If this message sparked something in you, a dream you've been holding, a project you want to start, or simply a new way of showing up each day with meaning, We'd love to hear it. Share your thoughts, intentions, or plans in the comments below. Because sometimes, just by speaking it out loud, you take the first step toward living it. 8. The quiet beauty of a grateful heart. You don't need to be famous to live a meaningful life. You don't need to build empires, win awards, or be praised by crowds. Sometimes living with intention, loving with presence, and walking gently through this world is more than enough. We spend so much of our lives trying to become someone, trying to improve, to fix, to chase, to impress. But what if your greatest power wasn't in becoming more, but in becoming more present? What if you're already enough when you're kind to yourself, when you offer a quiet smile to a stranger, when you whisper thank you for a moment of sunlight or a breeze through the window? These aren't small acts, they are soul acts. They are the kind of invisible work that makes life radiant. There is a glow that no cream, no camera, no filter can create. It's the glow of a heart that is at peace, a mind that is not at war with itself, and a spirit that wakes up in the morning and says, "I'm thankful to be here. I'll bring gentleness into the world today." Because here's the truth. When you are anchored in peace and gratitude, there is no beauty that can compare. No outfit, no age, no achievement. Nothing shines brighter than a person who is genuinely content with who they are and how they love. Let your beauty come from how you treat people when no one is watching. Let it come from how you soften your voice in tense moments, from how you carry silence with dignity, from how you walk away from gossip, from how you breathe before you speak. Let your legacy be built through ordinary grace, a kind glance, a patient pause, a note of encouragement, a hand that doesn't pull, just rests, gently. And let your days move with rhythm, not rush. Let your joy rise and fall like the sun. Let your body rest when it's tired. Let your soul speak when it's ready. This is not laziness, this is sacred timing. And yes, be generous. Share your love, share your wisdom, share your smile with the person who feels invisible. Speak gently to those who've forgotten how to love themselves. But also, don't give so much of yourself that you forget who you are. Your kindness is precious. Your attention is sacred. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. So choose your company like you choose your food. Only what nourishes, only what respects your body and your boundaries. And when you find someone who listens deeply, who makes you feel light, who remembers your stories, stay close. Because people like that are rare, and so are you. You don't have to be loud to be powerful. You don't have to be known to be unforgettable. If you wake up and live each day with presence, with gratitude, with kindness in your eyes and softness in your voice, you are already changing the world in ways no one else can. And if you ever wonder, what is the purpose of all this? Let the answer be simple: to live with an open heart, to give what you can, to become a safe place for yourself and for others. Your life does not need to be a performance. It can be a prayer, a quiet offering, a smile passed on, a story recorded, a small act of service that lives on in someone's memory long after you're gone. That is beauty. That is enough. That is a life well lived. If this message sparked something in you, a dream you've been holding, a project you want to start, or simply a new way of showing up each day with meaning, we'd love to hear it. Share your thoughts, intentions, or plans in the comments below. Because sometimes, just by speaking it out loud, you take the first step toward living it. When you begin to understand the deeper meaning of beauty, not as appearance, but as light, then you'll begin to see clearly. You'll know what truly nurtures you. You'll know what to keep, what to let go, and what brings out the best in you. A meaningful life isn't made through noise or speed. It's created in the small, intentional moments when you choose kindness over reaction, presence over pressure, and gratitude over complaint. True beauty doesn't come from perfect skin or perfect timing. It comes from how you walk through your days with calm, clarity, and quiet love. When your heart is at peace, when your mind is uncluttered, when your breath is full of thankfulness, you glow. No makeup, no title, no achievement can match the beauty of someone who chooses to live with soul, to speak with softness, and to love without losing themselves. You don't need to be everything to everyone. You just need to be deeply aligned with your own rhythm, the rhythm that helps you rest when needed, give when full, and say no when your peace is at stake. And the most beautiful people are not always the loudest. They are often the ones who move gently, love quietly, and leave behind a trail of grace. So if you're searching for how to be more beautiful, look inward first. Breathe, say thank you, forgive, be kind, rest. Choose carefully who gets your time, your voice, your energy. Because when you understand beauty as light, not as shape, not as age, you stop chasing trends and start choosing truth. You start curating a life that fits your soul. And in doing so, you become the most radiant version of yourself. The deepest beauty is not what the world sees when they look at you. It's what your soul feels when you look at yourself and say, I'm at peace, I'm grateful, I'm enough. If this video inspired you to live with more intention, to speak more gently, to give more of your light through small, loving actions, take a moment today to do just one thing differently. Smile at someone without a reason. Say something kind to yourself or to someone else, or pause for a breath and whisper, thank you, I'm still here, I can still shine. And if you already know what your next step looks like, a project, a habit, a simple change in how you show up, share it in the comments. Because when we speak our intentions, we take the first step to live them. Let's light up this world, one quiet act of beauty at a time.